All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down to rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson, the high below the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I know the name of the video. Babylon is sending more troops. All right, and Lord Woods better can see on the screen. I have this article here from the Zero Hedge, and it says U.S. sending 300 more troops to the Middle East, raising total to 1,200. It says the United States will deploy 300 additional troops to the Middle East following several new attacks on Babylon, Babylon and coalition forces in Iraq and Syria. The Pentagon has announced the forces were deployed to into an undisclosed location in the Middle East outside of Israel, which I believe they're going straight to Israel to fight. I believe that's where the small hat special forces is, the U.S. troops on the ground putting people to death. All right, it says the Pentagon spokesperson Brig General Pat Ryder told reporters October 31st, which was yesterday, um, the move is following the deployment of 900 troops to the region last week, while many troops sent last week were operating in air defense elements. The 300 now deployed will primarily focus on support tasks, including communications and explosives. There you go, ordnances and uh, disposals. General Ryder said, and they're all going over there to fight, man. What else would you send them over there for? But other than to fight. All right, it says the troops are intended to help the U.S. prevent the small hats and Hamas war from expanding into the regional conflict. Okay, okay, as well as to prevent further attacks on the U.S. service members. They are intended to support regional deterioration efforts and further booster U.S. forces protection capability. General Ryder said the new attack by Iran backed groups. General Ryder said that were 72 with 27 on U.S. troops by Iran selected backed groups in Iraq and Syria throughout October. No real proof of that, by the way. No real proof. But hey, thumbs up, building up that war, man. The Pentagon has frequently claimed that the attacks are a separate issue from the ongoing the small hats Hamas war in Gaza. But Iran involved has started that they have stated that they will increase their attacks on U.S. troops should Israel pursue a full-fledged invasion of Gaza. If Israel pursues it, which they already have, they already said that pretty much that they're not going to back off. There's no ceasefire, so they're getting ready to go in there. All right, if not already in there. It says the attacks in Iraq and Syria have resulted in wounds to at least 21 American service members, including 19 who were diagnosed with uh, traumatic brain injuries. All have since returned to duty. It says, in addition to the growing number of rockets, drone attacks on the U.S. and coalition bases, several mid-range cruise missiles were launched by Iraq-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen, if I pronounced that right. It says the USS Colonel shut down for such missiles in the Red Sea on October 19th. The Pentagon leadership said that the missiles were headed north, possibly towards the small hats, Israel. I just say Israel, but that they were shot down because they were deemed a threat. They were deemed a threat to the vessel. Okay, let's read this part. It says the United States launched two retaliatory strikes on the weekend on facilities in Syria associated with Iran Islamic Revolution Guard Corps, which the United States designates as a terrorist group. It says the escalating conflict follows an unpredicted attack on Israel October 7th when Islamic terrorists murdered more than 1,400 Israelis, abducted women and children, and engaged in acts of torture. It says the Biden administration has said that it retains the right to retaliate against Iran at any time and in any manner of its own choosing. But that's the whole goal, and that's prophecy. Because also, not only are Russia, Magog and Magog, which is Russia and NATO and the EU, are supposed to be involved in this war, but one of the other main players in the small hats involved in this war, and the other main players are the Persians, which are today the modern day Iranians. All right. So yeah, more good news. They're sending more troops over there to get slaughtered ultimately. All right. But soon they're gonna send every last one of them over there. But this is the beginning phases of it right here. What you're seeing right now is the beginning phases of it. All right. And they're gonna bring back the draft too. It's like they're gonna bring back the draft too. All right, because they're having problems getting recruits. These high school kids now, they want to be YouTube streamers, and there's actually a poll for that. That's another way to show that America's done. The kids in school now, they asked the kids in school what do they want to be. The majority of them said they want to be YouTube streamers and uh something else they said. All right, some other shit that shows that your country is done. They want to be YouTube streamers, just get online and talk bullshit all day. That's what they want to do. All right, the kids today. All right, that shows this is the last. This is the last generation, man. At least when I was in school, kids were still saying, I want to go be a doctor or, maybe a lawyer or something like that. But the majority, or maybe even a pro athlete. But now, we got kids saying they want to be pro athletes and YouTube streamers. That shows America's done, man. This place has no future. All right. This is Joel. And the only thing left for this place is destruction, total annihilation, which is coming. All right. I'm gonna read the first verse. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, that all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is at hand. Right, and this is a big sign to show that the day of the Lord is at hand. All right, the fact that they're sending these troops over there to the Middle East to engage in this war. All right, which ultimately is going to lead to the Third World War. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. That's train, like the scriptures say, tremble ye inhabitants of the land. And who's blowing the trumpet? Who is the Lord to set up to blow the trumpet to give the people warning? Uh, his prophets. All right, to warn you and tell you about these things that's happening right now. All right, to warn you and to kick these prophecies out to you. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, to warn you and tell you that how the current events in the world right now are leading to the fulfillment of prophecies. This is going to be a fulfillment of prophecy. The fact that they're sending their troops over there to the Middle East, all right, left and right, week by week, is going to fulfill, ultimately going to fulfill Joel, the second chapter in the 20th verse. But soon the Lord is going to remove the whole northern army over there to the Middle East, and that's where they're going to die. All right, this Joel chapter 2 verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army. What's the northern army? The U.S. militaries, the different branches of the U.S. military. Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, Coastal Guards, National Guards, all of them. Navy, all right, Navy SEALs, if that's a different branch, I don't know. But yeah, all of them are gonna be they're gonna get all of them together, including the ones that get in the draft, and send them over there to the Middle East to die. All right, and you're seeing the beginning phases of it. It will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his innermost part towards the othermost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. All right, so yeah, man. And like the scripture said, you know, the Lord has his men blowing the trumpet to warn our people. But a lot of our people aren't taking heed to the real men of the Lord, which are the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, which have been warning our people about things for years. Like now, brothers is giving warnings to the guy, them different Israelite camps is getting ready to go up there and fight people in Chicago, fight them Palestinians in Chicago. All right, I know that's off topic, but the men of the Lord, the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai has warned us about being carnal minded. All right, but Jake just don't listen to anything, man. All right, and they ain't listening now. When through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, which the Lord put the spirit on his prophecies to warn and tell our people about situations like this, you know, about a draft coming up, people getting drafted and going over there to fight, and how this is all building up to the Third World War. All right, this is Revelation chapter 11. I think it's 14. I think 15. It's out here. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second war was past. World War 1 and 2 was gone. And behold, the third war come quickly. And that's what we're warning our people about. Through the spirit of Pavi, Abba Shem Yahushua, the third world's war. Which this whole thing with this, all right, all this is a build up to the third world's war, man. All right. The Lord said it come quickly. All right. When the Karagma comes, when the Karagma has fully been implemented, has fully come to pass, all right, the days of the third world's war kicking off, the day of America's destruction is right around the corner once that comes to pass. But we see it's getting built up. The Third World War is getting built up. And they're going to send more troops over there. Ultimately, so they send all of them over there to die, all right, in the Middle East. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.